Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, that looks a little bit better. Let me have a listen here, see whether we're getting any sound through. Oh, that is so much better. Wow, okay. Let me just check that we're getting a decent frame rate through. What's the frame rate looking like? Oh yeah, looks good to me. Hello, Mr. Piggy Pork Chops. Viewer number 1 for this new format of the stream. Let me know what you think. So we have a new camera involved in the stream now, so that we can see what's going on from a different angle. It's slightly delayed just because of the way this is set up, unfortunately, but you should be able to see in the camera any second now. Myself, maybe? Oh, there we are. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, I'm going to have a go here and see what we can do. With this new kind of format. So this is kind of a test, really, but interestingly enough, that's actually is the other camera is recording a time lapse. So I could make this into a full-on time lapse video if I were to choose to do so, but at this point probably not. It's just a test. Okay, so let me have a look around here. Decide what I want to build. So I was working around from this way, starting here and working my way around was the plan. So I guess I'll continue doing that. I'm going to put a little more water in here because I quite like the way that looked. We get a little bit of water coming in. And let's see what else we've got here. So I started doing these flowery trees, but I did not want it. So I cut that one back out. And I'm going to continue on the bottom tier for now. So we'll get the whole bottom tier fleshed out, and then we'll move up. So what I don't like at the moment is this kind of inconsistent. We've got kind of 3 to 4 levels going around, but it's a bit... It's simultaneously too consistent and too inconsistent. And by that I mean... Like, look here. This is a big flat area, which it looks unnatural. And, you know, whereas here we've got it coming right down into the water, which looks a lot more natural. So actually what I am going to do is... some air there. Yeah. What I'm going to do is perhaps take out a little bit of the water here. A little bit of the... Actually, that's so boring. I'm not going to do that. That's boring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. So I'm going to do a brush. Grab a brush here. Cylinder. Water 2. And that should give me a cylinder brush. I can use... Oh, I'm a little bit slower now. Since I'm overloading the machine a little bit more. It's moving a little bit slower. So this will be kind of a bit of a test of the capacity of this machine. What I might do is move the server over to my second machine that is doing the time-lapse camera, if it can handle that. We might have to have a tinker with that later, but for now I can leave it as is. I'm just gonna kind of deepen this water a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit less obviously flat. Now, we don't have a lot of space, unfortunately. This is built almost at bedrock, so there is almost no space, in fact, to deepen this anymore. I am going to deepen it kind of as far as I dare, i.e. down to just above bedrock. I think that's 1 more level, but I can't do more than that. So I will not. So hopefully we should be able to see this on the camera, time-lapse camera. I'm not sure how much I can see exactly. Oh, I'm noticing that we're not getting the comments through. We should be having the comments on the screen, but they don't appear to be appearing, actually. It's unfortunate. In fact, just to test it, I'm just going to write myself a little comment real quick. So give me 1 second. Just to check that whether we're getting comments on the screen, because I did change the format of the comments so that we didn't have quite so much... like a big block just kind of taking up the screen. But it doesn't look like we've got comments on screen, so I will have to take a look at what's happened there. Hopefully we can resolve that for next time. Gonna keep pushing this around all the way, and can get on with something else after that. Although I'm not sure what. As I say, I think I'll continue going around the base and seeing if I can make this grass areas a bit more reasonable. Because, I mean, look at this, for example. This just looks messy. I mean, it looks messy because we've got these here, but I wanted to do something with these, and I guess I didn't. Maybe we could do something with those, actually. We could do kind of... I imagine, like, stepping stones could be nice. I mean, obviously, they're not stepping stones presently, and I would have to replace them, but... that's kind of what it's suggesting to me at the moment. So let's have a go. Well, those look a little bit of stepping stones. I think cobblestone might be better. So that's what I'm going to go for. A little bit of cobblestone stepping stones there. Now this is, I'm going for kind of a really ancient look about this build. So I want everything to be completely, thoroughly ruined, thousands of years old, kind of ruined. So that's what I'm going to try and keep it like. So what do we got here? What's that? Grass. Apart from a whole lot of nothing. Well, that's what we got here, a whole lot of nothing. So let's push the water up a little bit. Just to deepen this little valley just a bit. Because at the moment it's boring. So there's that. And let's see what else we can do here. I feel like maybe another tree, but I don't have my... I'm just going to go register my viewpoint, because we need to remember that most builds will be mostly viewed from one point, and certainly the initial impression that people are going to get is going to be of the very first thing they see, and this is quite plainly the entranceway. I mean, this is quite plainly the front of the build. Even if the build is a fully 3D one, we're still going to have this people viewing it from the front. So I'm just gonna put in a little route here so that I can easily teleport back out here when I so choose, so that I can get a good view of what's happening. Timelapse camera interview so I can see what's on the camera. So actually where I'm working here won't be on the camera, so I'm going to try and keep in the camera's view. I'm going to head over to the right here, and we'll do this little section down here instead. So I'm fairly pleased already with how this particular section here is looking in terms of the terrain. So I don't think I need to do too much with the terrain here. I mean, it's a little dull. It's not like speaking to me. So perhaps what I can do actually, in fact, this is kind of a good idea actually. Let's pull this out, so we end up with kind of a section that's kind of deeper than the rest, and also gives kind of a vantage point, a viewpoint where we can put some trees and things on. So I'm going to take a brush here. We're going to do it's an erode brush. So it's brush, erode, and it's a lift brush. So the lift brush does what it says on the tin. It pulls the build towards you, which is super useful. It's one of my favourite brushes. It's a little bit messy. It will cause a bit of a mess to the build, but for kind of more for terraforming, it's just perfect. You can just turn. Well, it's a really intuitive movement. We very easily understand pulling in and out, so it works in all directions. So not just kind of block, not just the cardinal directions. So we see here. Oh, what's going on now? Are we losing connection? No. Looks good to me. All right. Well, bye bye. I hope to see you in the future. Maybe we will. You again. Let's go for a brush erode. Smooth. So we can take a smooth brush now, and we can just whack this, and this will smooth down those edges. And get rid of any kind of more unnatural looking results of that lift brush. Yeah, okay, cool. And so let's push back a little bit over here. I'm going to take the top off. And I need to get rid of all of this grass, because I've turned grass growth off, and so grass also does not ungrow, which means that anywhere that grass should not be, I have to manually remove it, which is kind of annoying, but you know, I can deal. Yes, cool. I think that's a bit too much grass actually, so let's go with stone instead. Don't want to have it be too deep on the old grass, dirt that is. Be a little bit like that. Get a little bit in here. We're gonna need some grass on the top, so let's do that. Working our way around. Let's see here, this should be rock, I think, stone. Yeah, okay. So there we have kind of a more interesting shape being built up. Some stone here. To be dirt. Yes. I'm actually going to take this corner off because it's a bit square. Yes, that looks good to me. That's going to build up. Okay, so now I'm going to take a brush overlay. No, it's brush overlay. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to do depth brush overlay D1, and we're going to do a voxel set to grass. And we just pop like that, just like that. We turn the top layers there into grass, which is nice and easy, and very quickly just coats the scene to prevent those kind of unwanted non-grassy bits, really. Cool. Ah, good evening, Dimitri. How are you doing today, my friend? Target a few more spots around here. In fact, I kind of like the idea of leveling this out now and bringing a root up into it. So let's do that. Let's bring kind of a smooth root in here. So let's go here with, we're going for a lift brush. And we're just going to lift out a little. And in this way, we can swell the ground out a little bit. Or maybe we could do a rock fall even. A rock fall could be quite cool, couldn't it? Let's see here. I mean, it already looks, it's already got that kind of aspect of a rock fall about it. So I think in order to do that, it should be fairly easy to do that, in fact. Let me take here a new brush. We're going to do brush. So actually, let's find a palette first. So I'm going to take, I want diorite, I want the andesite, I want the stone, I want some cobblestone, I want some gravel, and I want some dirt. And I want... so I'm going to take these all, and I'm going to do a sphere. Let's see here. So this is 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 0. So I'm going to do brush sphere. 1, 3, 1, 0, 1, 3, 1, 5. Cobblestone, gravel, dirt. And we're going to do... let me just do a mask grass. Bonjour de taf. Is that the blob brush, is it? I think I know the one you mean. BBB. Oh, blend ball. Interesting. What does that do? Oh. I don't know what that do. Oh. I'm still using the plain old, the same brush I was using. Anyway, so I'm just gonna do this. Just turn this stuff to make it look a bit like a rock fall. So there we have it. We got a little bit of a rock fall there, a route via which people could climb. I'm going to put some grass in there to make it look like it's been there a little while. Maybe I could put like a tree, fallen tree, kind of growing out of it. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Mon français, c'est mal. J'ai mal à le français. I'm going to try out this blend ball brush because I'm always eager to try out, see what it does. Oh, I don't know what it does. Yeah, I'm still none the wiser about what this brush does. But yeah, there we have our little rockfall, which yeah, I think looks cool. There's a route up, and we can get some trees in here now. So I was going to do some trees. I guess some trees along the bottom here. I'm going to go for a little birch copse, a bit like this one. So I'm going to do brush, tree, birch. I'm not sleeping because it's not that late actually. It's 10 PM here at the moment, or not even 10 PM. Ton anglais grande dans mon anglais, français. Je suis anglais, mon français est merde. I'm gonna go with some sand in here, actually. I'm from England. I live near to London, so don't really need the French too much. I've never been to France, so yeah, it doesn't really go up too much. I'm gonna go for some more rocks, actually. Maybe a big one, in fact. Let's go for a big rock here. So the brush I've been using to make the rocks, which I'm quite happy with, actually. I quite like the way what it generates them to look like. Is brush blob, and I'm just going to use stone. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the ground. I'm just going to keep hitting the ground. And in this way, I can build up these little small. They look like rocks, is what they look like, I think. Very jagged rocks, and you know, I could try do this myself, but it would be frustratingly just kind of brainless, trying to come up with kind of a random shape. Whereas this does it very effectively and creates some really cool, just interesting shapes fully at random, which is nice. So like that's a cool shape. I'm gonna leave that just lying around there. So at the top here, I want to put something, but I haven't quite decided what I want to put on this. I don't know. I'm hesitant to say random phrases for you, I'm afraid, because I don't want to say anything offensive. So tree. Oh wait, I wasn't going to do this. Yeah, I remember I wasn't going to put anything up here. I was kind of interested in putting something kind of a tree kind of poking out from the rockfall here, just to kind of underscore that it is indeed a rockfall. So I'm going to go for some more of these birch trees. Whoa, I'll do that. Brush, tree, birch. I'm just going to put in a few more of these a little bit around the place, just so that I can then justify having one actually sticking out here. So let's do that. Let's grab one of these, and we will have him sticking out here. Or maybe we can do kind of a diagonal even. Like this. In fact, better to have them facing up because we're less likely to see them if they're facing up. And I know I could do the trick to make them full bark blocks, but I'm not too worried. So let's put it, yeah, like that, I guess. I used to run a server actually, but it took a lot of my time up, and I didn't like quite how much time it was taking. So I just closed it in the end. It was just too much time and effort to run it. If I'd had a team to kind of help me run it, I think it would have been a lot more successful. But I did pretty much everything myself, so I was doing everything all the way down to moderation, and the format that I chose was particularly a bad one. So I had like a plot world where I was basically manually reviewing every single plot that people submitted to me, and it just took up so much of my time that I didn't have, you know, I was basically doing 3 to 4 hours a day of work on this server, and yeah, it was just a waste of my time, really. Well, that's unfair, but it was taking up a lot of my time. I didn't have time to do pretty much anything else, so yeah, I had to kind of kill it. That looks just a bit weird, doesn't it? Maybe it's okay. We'll let it live for now. I can kill it again later. Where are you guys all coming from? Then there's a few names around that I have not seen before. Oh, I'm proud of a lot of my builds, to be honest. I think my favourite one is probably the last one I did before I kind of retired for a while, which was titled Down to One. No, that was not. That was the title of the song. It was titled Beset by Dragons. Has 3 dragons attacking an airship, and I loved that, but it didn't receive as much attention as I kind of hoped. It put me off a little bit, actually. Oh, the Queen has dry socks. Yeah, that looks right, actually. Kommer du fra Norge? Hello. Hi, hey. That's right. I remember. Jag kommer fra England. Jag snackar lite norsk. So anyway, focusing up again. Let's have a look. So I bound this key here, so we can have a look at what we're looking at from this angle. And actually, we can see building over here. This structure that we've just built is ideally positioned because we can see it from over there. So the reason that the tree is diagonal is the idea being it was in the rock slide. So it was here, and the rocks slid down, and as it went down, the tree kind of leant with it. But yeah, good night, and I hope to see you around in future. Moving on around. Obviously, I still have a lot more work to do at the kind of the lowest level, i.e. with bone meal and such. But for now, I'm just trying to get the more basics sketched out. Let's see here. What to do here then? We could put some caves in. We haven't really had any caves. So I'm thinking, yeah, caves could be cool. So let's go for a cave. Brush, sphere, air, 3. Boom. Okay, ugly. But doesn't matter too much. We just need it to be... Whoa! We need it to not be that. We can deal with this later. Bedrock. Okay, so we can deal with what's actually in there later. I'm just kind of concerned with what it's going to look like from a kind of a basic perspective. So let's do a brush. I'm going to try this blend brush and blend ball and see what happens. Oh wow, it is destructive, whatever it does. I guess this is the additive version. Okay, I don't know what it does, but I'm not going to use it anymore. So let's use melt brush, and we'll just try and make this a little bit more natural looking. Oh, what happened there? What? I don't want that. Where's my brush gone? Oh goodness. Apparently I'm carrying... How's that even possible? Whoops. Whoops. Getting distracted. Oh gosh, something bad's happening. No, it's okay. It's okay, we got it. Yeah, I didn't realize you could dual wield items like this. What is that even doing? Hi, GoPro 23. How are you today? Well, we're dual wielding arrows now. Oh, actually, that's really interesting. So, I'm actually... it works. I'm actually dual wielding arrows and it works. Very interesting. So I could actually equip 2 tools at once then, I suppose, using this technique. That's really interesting. So could I do then... How do you do that? How did I do that? So yeah, if I put that in there, I could have two different world edit tools equipped at once. That's a really interesting feature. Yeah, I'm doing just fine. I'm testing out a new format. I've been working on it pretty much all day. Trying to get this 2 camera angle, which I think is working. You guys can tell me, do you like the little camera up? Wait, if I'm... Let me think, where will it be? It's over there. This camera over here, what do you think about it? Is it good? Or is it just kind of... eh? Oh, where are we aiming now, actually? So the camera's now facing the complete opposite way to where I've just been doing some work, so that's great. So let's see where we're going. So I should do some work over on the other side, I suppose. Hi, Tokay. You don't need to apologise. Welcome. How are you today? Oh, I'm behind the tree now, am I? Okay, well, it doesn't matter too much, I suppose. I'm just gonna have a play around anyway. So I'm thinking more caves could be cool, actually. So maybe let's put another cave in here. Where exactly? How about here? I might just use the melt brush to do it. Hmm. 11 o'clock in Norway. Ooh, sleepy time. Yeah, it's getting on for my bedtime, to be honest. Normally I'm in bed by now, but it's a weekend. Gonna go wild and stay up until 11 o'clock or something crazy like that. Wow. Okay, so just kind of opening up a little bit of a an area in here for the purposes of well, creating a cave appearance. So I'm just gonna fill that back in a little bit and then push it back out just to make a little bit more of an interesting shape. So we'll do that, and that should create, yeah, another little cave in there. Yes, so we are going to need to punch out a little bit by hand here. If only I had a tool that could do that. Okay, I just want it to be nice and dark in there. Yeah, okay, that looks cool. So what else can we do here? Actually, I'm thinking some rocks might be nice, some new rock detailing. So what I'm going to try is a brush, sphere, andesite. 3. So it's a brush. We're going to do mask, stone. And we're going to do, I need a smaller sphere than that actually. We'll go for a sphere 2. And hopefully we can just make a little bit more interesting a shape. Oh, kind of in the wall. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm thinking. I wanted to put in. So I wanted to be this to be kind of a bit druidic, fairy kind of inspired. So kind of British Celtic kind of folklore. And I started building using that same rock building technique to try and build like a little gate. So I was thinking maybe I could do that kind of going into the wall, kind of portal. But as I say, I want this to appear very ancient, like it hasn't been like nobody's been here for thousands of years kind of look, rather than more recently populated. So I'm actually going to kind of keep in this bottom tier here a bit of kind of andesite going on. Is this going to work? Yeah, a little bit. It is the 19th. I think it's the 19th. I don't know what date things is. Don't ask me questions like that. So I'm gonna, yeah, just keep putting this andesite kind of around the base. Oh wait, is it it might be the 18th today. I think it's the 18th. Oh, it's the 19th. It is the 19th today. We can confirm it's the 19th today, and it is indeed your birthday. Happy birthday. Okay. I'm not going to sing you a birthday song, sorry. Yeah, mossy vines, I think are both good ideas actually. I'm just going to go for a little bit of complete the old little andesite here. In fact, let's see if we can get it, because we've got kind of a shape coming up this way. Let's see if we can kind of keep in with that. Let's put a little bit in here as well. Okay, so I'm satisfied with the andesite for now. You can't even see it, so that's kind of good. Blends in. So what else? Mossy cobblestone I think is a good idea, but where we could put it? Good question. Okay, I'm gonna for now I'm gonna keep focusing on this section. So what can we put here? We've got this cave, which is cool. Let's try build. Actually, I'm gonna try build some kind of oops, undo that. I'm gonna try do the blob. So I'm going to try build a blob gate to this cave. Oh, Independence Day from the Swedes. Is that right? I think. So you can see building up a... Oh, this is not working quite according to plan. Sometimes it needs a little bit of help. So I'm actually going to... What I'm going to do is I'm going to seed it. In fact, let's do that. So I'm going to seed what the gate should look like first. And then I'm going to, like, basically smash it with the blob brush and kind of create a more interesting shape. So let's do that. Something like that. So there we've got a little gate. And then I'm just going to basically just hit each of these with the blob brush. Yeah, the royal wedding was today, and I didn't watch it because I didn't really care. Sorry if I'm not British enough for you guys. Oh, that's an interesting shape. A little bit down here, and there. Can we get one there? Whoa! Oh, too heavy, too heavy. Okay. So this was, I mean, it's an interesting experiment, but I don't know if it creates the greatest of structures. But, I mean, with a little bit of TLC, perhaps we can create kind of an interesting shape. So this looks cool, but the problem is here framing. Look, we've got stone behind and we just can't see it. So what I'm actually thinking is, if we take some dirt, dirty dirt, and we try to frame behind it with the dirt, we can hopefully just kind of highlight it a lot more so that it can be seen as a interesting gate thing and not just a weird malformed extension of the mouth of the cave. The framing's quite important in Minecraft, especially for longer distances, because it's very unclear. You don't get great shading, so you have to kind of suggest shading yourself. And that is kind of what I'm trying to do right now. And over here, maybe vines is a good idea. Actually, vines could add kind of an interesting. So there we go. Now we can see a lot clearer this kind of cool spiky gate thing than we could before. And it doesn't look too unnatural. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm getting in the mood for a big tree, and I'm trying to decide where I should put it. Maybe not as large as this one, but a tree nonetheless. So I want this to go on the time lapse, which I'm kind of testing right now. Where is this camera going? Yeah, maybe I could lift the gate up actually. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that real quick. I'm going to just try lift it up. Pause 1. And pause 2 here. Cut. Paste. Oh, I lifted it up by a whole 1 block. And I also lifted the background up, so it didn't really do too much. Lifts up a little bit. No, it does make a little bit of difference, so. Anywho, a tree. I was going to build a tree. So I suppose kind of here looks kind of nice. Oh, maybe we could have a fallen log. That would be nice. Let's do that. Like a big fallen kind of log with a hole in the middle so you could walk through. Yeah, okay. So that could be fun. Now let me think. What is the name? Is it 1612 to do bark block? Let's test it. Brush sphere 16. Oh. Just grab that back. Brush sphere 1612. What's going on? Still on the mask, maybe? Ah. So it's not that. 1712. And mask off. There we go. Okay. So this is what we're looking for. Look, it's got bark on all sides. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm not going to use a sphere. I'm going to use some cheats. Yeah, roots coming out of the middle could work. I have got some roots at the moment, which are not. I don't know. They seem about the right size. Maybe bigger roots could be cooler though. Actually, some kind of cool ones running through here might be cool. I'm gonna go for a log for now. Anyway, so here's my idea. basically build two rings, and then we'll use lines to join them up. So let's see here, something like this. And like that maybe. And down here. So we got two kind of a roughly kind of ring-shaped thing there, and the same thing up here. Oh, it's kind of square, isn't it? Maybe we can... Nah, I think it's okay. It's supposed to be kind of squarish. So I'm going to make this one, we'll say this is the top end of it, so this will be a little bit narrower. A little bit narrower, not too much narrower though. And let's get rid of that. Okay, so now what I'm going to try and do is join these up using this tool. We go here and we join this up all the way down here, and we'll do a line 17, 12. Boom. And it's facing the wrong way. Okay, let's not do 17, 12. We will do a different bark block. So we'll try something like that. Nope. Hello, Rawuri. I'm streaming this time because I spent all day kind of building this new... Whoa, packed ice, not what I want. This new stream setup, and I wanted to... Okay, so it's not that one. I wanted to test it, basically. No, it's also not that one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we can do this one, and basically bring it the full way across, and hopefully, with some semblance of luck, what we're going to end up with is a cool bridge made of a fallen tree. And I know this is kind of cheap, and you could call it cheating, but nah, I hate working out straight lines. It's just no fun. Doing that, working out straight lines by hand is just boring, so do a little bit of a cheat. And this one is going to have to do some work. There we have it. Now it's not perfect by any stretch. Importantly, we can get through it though. It's actually traversable. Not quite traversable. Now it is. So you can walk through that, which is nice. It's kind of what I wanted. Just going to have a go at kind of smoothing it down to make it look a little bit more spherical instead of blatantly round, square. So I'm going to do this by shifting up the blocks in the appropriate places. So places like this where you know, it's in a round structure, the corners are occupying a lot less space, and so kind of tricky to explain it, but we can expect that they will appear further along. Dark oak stairs and slabs to cover up the underside of the logs. Yeah, maybe? I mean, I could use... I could use those bark blocks, but I don't think it looks too bad at the moment. You know, it's kind of there's a little bit of charm about it because it's kind of how Minecraft looks. So I'm not too averse to having the exposed logs there. Yeah, or carpets can work, I think. Although, of course, carpets aren't going to work in this situation. So I'm going to put in some kind of suggestions of routes. And now you've got to be careful with building trees in Minecraft because people are freaking excellent at telling what trees look like. Everybody knows what a tree looks like, and if you try to build it or draw it or whatever, people will very quickly spot mistakes, and so you got to keep it kind of abstract. And you know, like this tree here, this tree looks okay, but there's something wrong with it, and I couldn't tell you what it is. I don't know what's wrong with this tree. There's something wrong with it. This branch looks super heavy. For a start. Yeah, there's something wrong with this tree, and I don't know what it is. I don't... There's something wrong, and you guys probably can tell there's something wrong with the tree, but I bet you can't tell me what it is. Yeah, I tried using the six-sided blocks actually, but they have the bark faces the wrong way, so the bark is facing upwards on the sides, and I need it to be facing sideways because, of course, this is a tree that's fallen. So yeah, that looks fine to me, to be honest, as it stands. I mean, I could maybe open it up somewhere for like. In fact, I will actually. Let's open it up a little bit here as kind of a rotted kind of crack through it, and maybe let's say down here too as well. What that's gonna look like? I can't see the time lapse. So, oh, good night, Dimitri. It was nice to see you again. Yeah, it doesn't actually look that great from up here. I'm kind of surprised at that. I think it looks quite good up close, but maybe it's the fact that this doesn't look very round. So let's see if we can make it a little bit rounder looking. So if I want to... Oh yeah, I wanted to push that back, but I just can't. Oh, okay, this one shouldn't be pushed back. This should be pushed along, I think. I'm thinking maybe I could put in like a branch almost. Yeah, okay, well we'll leave this. It's not perfect right now. We can come back to it, of course. So there's a thing. A thing of interest, and it's definitely in keeping with the style, you know. It's quite nice as well, actually. You can kind of perfectly see out. Yeah, I like it. So what else can we do here? I'm thinking something here, some trees maybe. Some big trees. So if we look on the left here where we've just put this, there's nothing there. There's nothing behind that space. Where if you look just behind where we've built this log, there's nothing behind that space. It's just a flat wall, and so we can put whatever the heck we like there. Big trees is what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go for tree, big tree, tree, big tree. Will let me plant some big trees. Oh, that is a big tree. Go for another one here, and of course it makes sense for there to be big trees here because there's a big fallen tree, so why wouldn't there be big trees nearby? Wow, there's some big trees. Okay, let's have a look what we did. So yeah, that's added, covered up that kind of bare grass there, and makes that tree more believable. One thing I'm going to do actually is, this tree didn't just fall without taking any without causing any effect to the ground. So let's kind of just affect the ground a little bit, so that it looks a little bit more believable that a tree may have been standing here at some point. In fact, let's get some stone in there. We'll go for the andesite since it's nearby. So that we have this suggestion that there was perhaps a tree standing there, and its roots tore up some of the ground as it was falling. Yeah, cool. And that actually, if we look from over here, adds just a little bit more detail over there, breaks it up a little bit. Good night. I hope to see you next time. You can always catch up on the streams. They are uploaded as VODs, so you can see them anytime if you so choose. Sorry, Godnat? Yeah, I know this. I'm excellent at that language. Norwegian. Let's put a little bit of sand in here. Just a little bit. So by doing that, we can pick out, again, if we come back out here, we've picked out like a little curved shape, and that is going to be highlighted. So the shape of that is much more important than any of the other shapes in this whole kind of shoreline. So the fact that this one block is here, while that looked fine before, that is not going to fly now. In fact, I'm going to try and really sculpt in kind of a bow shape so that it looks as natural as possible, because, as I say, this is going to be much more noticeable. And while you might get away with that with others, with the other blocks that are more common, you won't get away with it with a very rare block. All eyes are kind of drawn to this little kind of sandy beach over there, which is now, yeah, more like a beach. Which one's 33.6? I don't know which one 33.6 is. I'm just investigating that, and oh, the pistons. Is it the crate block, is it? So I'm going to go for my little stone technique again. Whoa! No, I'm not, apparently. So I'm going to do a blob brush again. And let's try that. And we've got stone selected, so let's just go ahead and blob it away a little bit. I want to kind of... Gosh. It's not working, is it? Let's try that again. Any time now. Ah, there we go. So just to kind of flank that beach a little bit, just to add a little bit more interest. Hi, Harpreet Singh. Hello, how are you today? I'm just going to add a little bit over here. Whoa, it's a big one now. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe it's too big now. It looks like a weird sculpture. I'm actually going to just take it back a little bit. It's a bit too big for my liking. Like that, I think is fine. And so we've got more room for trees here. Do we want to do big trees again? Or maybe I don't want to do big trees. I mean, I'm thinking maybe I could do like an actual large tree, because this one tree here is kind of a bit overwhelmingly large by comparison with all the other trees. Although maybe I don't want to obstruct. We've got this big cliff here, which which is kind of a cool feature, which we don't have anywhere else. So maybe I don't want to obstruct that. Maybe I just want to have this. In fact, let's try some gravel at the bottom, as if there's kind of rock falls. So let me find here. Let's head over to this one. Brush, sphere, gravel, 3, mask, grass. So we're just going to turn that grass to gravel. In fact, let's have it go all the way down. All the way down here to the sand. Water, that is, I mean. And we'll actually put some in the water as well. So let's do mask dirt. And we can put some into the water too. Yeah, vines can work actually. I do like the idea of some vines. So let's have a go with some vines. Oh, a little bush up here maybe actually. Let's go for, first of all, we'll do a little bush. In fact, maybe we could do it jungle bush. Wait, let me think here. B tree. Jungle bush, is it? Yeah. Can we fit that there? Yeah, okay, cool. So we get a couple of those, and we can have some vines coming down here. A little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Just kind of above this, I like it as a contrast, so we almost have, if we're looking over here, on the left there we've got, well, everywhere else we've got grey above green, and then on the left where we've just added this, we have the reverse. We have green above grey, which is really kind of a cool way to kind of mix it up a bit. So I'm going to put another one in here, because I quite like that. So let's go for, again, some more kind of green above grey. Okay, so from this prime viewpoint we can't really see that bush so much because it's hidden, so I'm gonna go and put a little bit more over this side, vine-wise. Nice. And I'm even tempted actually to put in a little bit of mossy cobble, because you can't really see that it's cobble. It's hidden back here. Oh, that's dangerous, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't. Let's not bother with that. Actually, I don't want to push it too far. So we'll leave that as just as a little bit there, which is going to look odd if anybody ever finds it. But oh, see our other builds over there. Funny. Yeah, this is really nice actually. I really like this kind of cliff, sheer cliff with the grey at the bottom. It looks right. What I do want to do is maybe put a little bit of kind of stone. Maybe. In fact, let's go for it with the same technique that I've been using elsewhere. Wrong tool. The blob brush, that's right. Let's see here. Can I just... Maybe another one as well. Oh, that looks like a nice rock, actually. Let's try another one. Whoa, that is a lot less nice of a rock. And we'll do one here. Yeah, cool. So we got a little bit of kind of rockness at the bottom of this cliff here. Nice. That does look nice. Okay. What time is it? Oh wow, we've been going for a while. I think I'm probably gonna think about calling it a day at that. So I'm just gonna have a real quick kind of fly over and explore kind of what I've just done. So it's mostly this area on the left here today. Oh. Excuse me. So this area, this area is hidden behind the tree, so we can't actually see that from the front. I extended this out, which gives us a little bit more room here that can be seen from behind the tree. We have this weird sloping tree there. We got a little kind of rock fall that I put in. More trees. We got a... What happened here? It's gone. That's weird. I'm going to paste it again. Whoops. Yeah, I guess I must have accidentally undone that. So let me just see if I can... Oh. Redo. Okay, so I want to do a paste. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe here. Yeah, so I cut and pasted this thing, and I must have accidentally actually deleted it. Whoops. So I'm just gonna real quick try and fix that. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Pasted it back where it was, I think. Yeah, so we built that little gate thing and the cave. We built this fallen log. This little cave down here, which probably needs some more work doing to it. Yeah, nice. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to call it a day. So, thank you, and bye-bye.